Hey everybody, it's Patty. It's Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. The snow is coming. We just got rid of the ice. And now we've got snow. Bookend storms. Come on, Mother Nature, give us a break. I know, it's winter. Spring isn't till March. I'm over this winter. Guys, I hope that y'all are doing good. If you were caught in this storm, I hope you have power. I hope you're warm. Hopefully you didn't have any trees go down. We got spared the worst of the storm here in the Piedmont of North Carolina. Between what snow we did get and the ice, we had about an inch. There's still icy roads everywhere here in the county. The county is just now making it out to scrape on some of the secondary and third roads out here. So that's good. So about the time we get cleaned up on Friday, we're going to wake up the next morning with Snowmageddon. They do know it's going to be snow. It's going to be cold. 1/2 inch, 6 inches, we don't know. A lot of it's going to have to do with the jet stream coming out of Canada right now, where it hits, as to which way it's going to go. But hey, it is winter. It's to be expected. As you can see, I'm not in the studio. Toto, we're not in Kansas anymore. No, we're in the dumping ground called your office. Yeah, this is the dumping ground of my home at the moment. My office, my Glowforge room, my sublimation room, sublimation storage, sewing room, comics, you name it, this is where it comes to if it has nowhere else to go. I've actually been in here today going through stuff. A few days ago, my sublimation tool cart here, it's a snap-on toolbox for my sublimation supplies. Everything craft related that I didn't take out to the studio, I was too lazy to take out there for whatever reason, got jammed into that thing. And I finally last week decided to go through it, organize it, so it's fully organized. It's only sublimation stuff. That's good, but here's what's funny, guys. Hobby Lobby used to do wonderful clearances on their products in the scrapbooking section, stamping section. They don't do that anymore because they've been streamlining the product line they sell. This came from 2022, people. I found a Spellbinders die, Spellbinders cutting plate, and some polymer stamps from 2022. 4 years. Never even opened. Never made it to the studio. So I'm going to take them out to the studio and I'm going to craft either today or Friday, probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow is what I'm going to do because I'm working in here today. But yeah, it's amazing what you find. I have stumbled across photographs from the last trip my family and I took as a kid in 1987, August of 1987, to the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. Very, very cool. And that is Dale. If you ever need to know if it's Chip or Dale, always remember Chip has a chocolate chip nose. But yeah, it's amazing. It's stuff that should have been in my photos, getting ready for me to scrapbook whenever I finally get to them. Hey guys, I wanted to check in with everybody. We're still surviving and thriving here, trying to deal with the dumping ground, trying to organize it a little bit. I've got a lot of moving parts in the background of my life right now. My newly married daughter's getting ready to move to her final destination home in Ohio next weekend. When she does that, the place she's in, my boys are moving out and going over there. My husband and I will have the house to ourselves. So, some of the future videos that's going to be here on the channel is going to be some home remodeling projects. I am ready. First one's going to be the easy peasy room, and that's the one making a guest bedroom. We're going to be taking out the carpeting. We're going to put in hardwood floors and painting, and that's going to be very, very simple. The second one, taking the other bedroom, and we're going to make a home library. A home library. I've always wanted a lot of people who love to, bibliophiles, people who love to read, have always dreamed of having a personal library, and I'm finally going to have one. We're going to put new flooring down into it, pull the carpet up, and put hardwoods down, and paint the walls, of course. And then I'm going to do built-in bookshelves on almost every single wall, except for one. I am going to have a home projector. The Pixie Beam that everybody talked about. I have a Pixie Beam. Very cool little machine. And I'm going to have that set up there. And then a cozy reading chair. I already have the chair. I bought it brand new. Sitting wrapped in plastic, waiting to go in there. But the caveat, I'm trying to do this on a budget. I'm not going to buy any new shelving. I'm going to use what I have. These cubes right here are from Lowe's, but it's not the Better Homes and Garden. It's the other one, the heavier duty ones, almost like IKEA cubes. I have those in sets of 2s, sets of 4s. I have many of them. I have some in the studio. They're all going to come into the library to help create shelving for the books. I also have 3 library bookcases. So I'm going to get creative with what I do and tie it all together with trim and such. And I will bring you along for that particular process just to see what we can get to make happen with just me. Now, I might have to have the husband's help laying the floor. We'll see. We never know. But I am going to bring you along for that project, but we're looking at mid to late February on that before I get started on that. Here in this room, the office, we're going to be laying new floors in here and paint. And once those 2 rooms are done, a lot of this stuff is going to shift, and then it will become a dedicated office. And I'm looking forward to that because, like I said, it's the dumping ground of everything. My studio. Studio is going to be a work in progress. My hope is to have that studio finished, let's say, end of April. Because I'm going on a trip middle of April with my daughter for her birthday. So that's the only trip I plan on taking before the summer. But let's say the end of April is the goal to get the studio finished. You know, I'm kind of in a holding pattern at the moment because I'm frustrated. My toolbox from Harbor Freight still hasn't shown up. 2 weeks ago, I ordered that box. Yes, we had some inclement weather. Come on, people. 2 weeks. I want my box. Now, I will say this. The purple toolbox I did a video on, yeah, I ordered 2 more, but in black. Yeah, they've already shipped. I'll have them probably Friday or Saturday. So I'll have something to put together and put stuff into, because what I have storage-wise in my studio right now is going to change. It needs to change for the betterment of what I'm wanting to do out there. And it just, you know, I have figured a few things out. My chaos that I've thrived in for years, I don't want to thrive in that chaos anymore. You know, I keep talking about I've purged a lot in the studio. And I've been purging constantly. I have 2 more boxes already ready to go to be given away. And I plan on having more. Now, the goal is to get it all purged in the next, say, 30 days. So by the end of February, I'd like to have everything purged, to have actually put my hands physically on everything in there to figure out what's going to stay and what's going to go. Then, at that point, I will pick a section at a time and I will micro-purge it, micro-organize it, and I will bring you along for that. The next video I do for you guys is going to be a storage and organization video from the studio. And it's not going to be a long video. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be more me talking to you guys more than anything else. And I even might throw in craft. Who knows? Holiday tree. Nope, not done yet. Haven't even finished putting the lights on it. I started finishing the lights yesterday. I've got, you know, if I were to stay in there for about 30 minutes, I would get it done. But it's right now, it's at the point now, I'm having to climb the ladder. And I don't want to climb the ladder right now. But, you know, my goal is to have the lights fully on it by tomorrow afternoon. But, you know, it's right now I'm going in ebbs and waves of what my brain wants to focus on. And my focus is not on those lights or not on the tree. Now, I did do some wood cutouts on the Glowforge for the tree. And this is one of them. Love one. And there's going to be a couple of things I'm going to do with this because I've also got the cutouts of these hearts that I'm going to do some stuff with. And I'm going to do glitter. Different ways of doing glitter and embossing powders. I cannot wait. And even if, you know, even if it's just a 15-minute video, it'll be fun. But guys, I just wanted to step in here and say I'm still here. Talked to BFF Melissa over at Crafty Max just a little while ago. You know, we were talking about we're wanting to get together and bring back our Tuesday craft days, at least every other week. So we're probably going to start doing that together. She and I will both go live on our YouTube pages. Whew. And we're going to see how that's going to work out. She and I could spend 12 hours together doing projects during the day, and it's a blast. We've done that for, oh my gosh. See, this is 2026 for 26 years now. We've done craft days together. And we're ready to get back to it. It's been about 2 years since we did a consistent craft day together. We did a few last year. I told her I just found on my calendar the last paint pouring session we got together was February of last year. We did Christmas wreaths late November of last year, and we haven't done anything since then. But it's time for us to get back together and start doing that, because when you can get together with a friend or with another group of ladies, on a consistent crafting day, it gives you a mental break. And everybody needs a mental break from the responsibilities of our lives as adults. Kids have got it easy. They have no idea. But guys, I just want to jump on here, check on everybody. If you're in an area that got hit with that storm, go check on your neighbors. If you have elderly neighbors that you haven't seen in a few days, go check on them. Go knock on the door, because you may be the only one that does. You just never know, because one day that will be us. But guys, if you get in the path of the snowstorm that's coming in this weekend, go ahead and stay prepared. Make sure your water's topped off. You've got some bread. If you're in a place to go buy your milk, by all means do. Make sure you got food for your animals. Make sure you have a full tank of gas in your vehicle just in case. Secondary light source, candles, flashlights, lanterns, whatever you may have. It is still winter, guys, and you just never know. Never hurts to be prepared. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. But guys, I'm going to let you go till next time. Like I said, it's just a quick one. So, guys, remember, love yourself, believe in others, and inspire those around you. Catch you next time.